have two more questions, one for Kelly and one for Nicholas. For Kelly, you have a pretty varied career. You've done stunts for Alias, you did a stint on The City Guys. So what are your plans for the future? What do you have on?
I am wearing underwear from Target.
Awesome.
It's a really nice, here, I'll show you. I'm now one of the set designer, set decorating, set designing. Been really concentrating on that for the last 5 or 6 years.
What's City Guys?
It was a Saturday morning television show. I was also on MTV Undressed for 3 episodes.
Really?
The only person on that show that never kissed anyone or took their shirt off, because that was pretty much like teen porn.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it is called Undressed.
It was.
Yeah.
Alright, what was that?
Hey, no, I didn't know these things. When did this happen?
Back when I was still acting. That was pretty successful.
What year was that?
Back when I was still acting.
Like 98?
98, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2002.
Kelly, if it's 5 years, it's
2012.
Dude, that's successful, buddy. 5 years. It's okay.
So I actually did want to go back to private practice. Just one of the directors at the Walnut Street Theater down here in Old City. Go, enjoy it. But he said that when you're playing...
You're a doctor?
I actually am.
Oh, well, you know I rate doctors.
Fabulous. Run! So my question is just because you're playing such a hideous, reprehensible character, some directors tend to say that it kind of, you have to find some part of yourself in order to hook into it. So what did you do in order to hook into that character?
Nick called me over and said, I want to make you dinner. This is weird.
Hey, Kelly, have you seen Hangover 2? It wasn't like the rape, he wasn't really a rapist as much as he was just a child. You know, so I just kind of like when he was, because he went through, he was normal, he was fucking angry, and then that was just the next relationship that was easy to get into. And then there's the child aspect.
Language, Nick, language, there's kids in here.
Oh, this has been great, by the way. Typically, I work blue. You know, I think I've dropped, that was the first F-bomb I've dropped. Thank you. Thank you. So, the actual raping scene that happened was just really hard to do.
Nick, language. No raping, no raping.
Okay, Kelly, stop it. Go. Go. I'm not gonna. Go, get out of here. Go.
Are we done?
Go. That way, it was like so. It's kind of like it was like a stunt because we shot that scene for like probably 6 hours. We must have done it like 20 times because they did it in different angles, you know, tighter, tightest, and just to see how much they used. But it's kind of like a dance, you know, because every time we did the whole thing. So that was just exhausting and like mentally problematic, just because you know you have to do it, you know. But the other stuff was I wasn't a rapist. I was just this confused guy. So.
You knew the actress, right? Did that make it easier?
I knew her husband.
Oh.
Yeah, that made it hard. And it made it easier for him because actually Jason had done an episode of Buffy, and so when he's like, you know, when they got the confirmation that I was doing it, Jason's like, at least Nikki's raping you. So, which you only hear in Hollywood, you know what I mean? It's like the stuff that we see that's on the streets, you know. And they're like, well, at least it's Nikki that's raping you, you know.
At least that's hideous, better Kelly.
2 parts for you, Nick. First is, of the Buffyverse, you know, the whole thing, what's your favorite memory? Whether it be on screen that we've seen, off on the set, whatever. You know, what did you take with you that you really cherish?
There was always, for the 7 years, there was always this kind of, this glow about, like, every day at work, you know, like, and it's one of those magical things. It's hard to kind of put into words. It's like, hey, I had a dream last night. It's like, I don't want to hear it. You know, it's like, it's like it was you, but it wasn't you. You know, and you were also a goat. You know, it's like, dude, it's not making sense. I know it's not making sense, but I got to tell you. So it's just this kind of, there was just always this magical. And I remember when I was doing Kitchen Confidential.
Bravo.
That show was, you know, they didn't give us really any chance to become successful, but I remember kind of sitting in the trailer going like, this doesn't have the Buffy feel, you know? And nothing's going to have it. There was just a particularly, like, you know, I would sit in my trailer and just kind of, look at trees and talk to, you know, it was just like everything was really kind of great. So it was kind of more of a mystical situation. And like when we would shoot on Friday nights, and like, you know, because we built the cemetery on our little compound, you know, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and you see this, you know, these big glowing lights that are, we use these helium balloons and would bounce light off that. And it's like, this is my job, you know? Or like when we're on location, like we're shooting the musical, we're in Culver City, and like, even though that was a pain in the ass when like, we were walking on the street and, you know, they had like the broom people dancing and stuff, and that was a wonder. You know, we had to be off of the street by 4 o'clock, and Josh was just pissed. We did it 17 times, and he just couldn't get out. But it's like, you look around, it's like, they've shut down Culver City for me. You know? I have a lot of power, you know? Don't look at me that way, I'm gonna fire you! You know? I've got so much power! That was awesome. That's cool.
It's only in your head.
Didn't I go back and forth?
No,
Wow.
it's just in your head. I didn't hear it.
But you know what I'm talking about, though.
Who knows? I mean, I can guess what you might be thinking.
Okay. So it was, you know, it was just fun, you know? It's hard to put into words, so...
Sounds good. And then what's the future for you? You know, what directors would you love to work with, and what projects really kind of enthrall you now, and where do you see yourself going?
You know, I like playing like the kind of guy next door. You know, I like playing the nerdy guy. You know, the guy who kind of trips when he walks, because that's just who I am. And also, I'm gonna start collecting all of my memorabilia. Thank you for that, by the way. Because I'm guessing I can probably find some here.
No.
I have a question for Nick.
Yes.
It's an honor to be able to talk to you. I've been a fan since I was like 8 years old.
Thank you.
Two quick questions. The first one, I was just watching the Teacher's Pet episode. What was the giant praying mantis, like the one that they actually showed? Was it like just a model they built or something?
It was a person. Let's try and frame. There's actually, it was a person in a, you know, yeah. So it was a giant. I mean, it's a person in a suit. You know, they had these suits. But I remember I was chained up downstairs, and one of the outtakes that they had was Jimmy Connor was directing the episode. Jimmy.
I do.
And so I'm kind of tied up, and then there's someone gives like. Jimmy throws out direction, and then like the camera's rolling, and like we're in the middle of the scene. I'm like, "You talking to me or the bug?" You know, all these things. Is that to me or is that to the bug? So it was just a giant thing that wanted my virgin sperm. Like,
and pardon me if this was asked already, but were there ever any plans for you to make an appearance on Angel?
no, because our characters didn't get along at all. You know, I mean, I would have gone there to kill him. So, yeah.
All right, well, thank you.
And it wasn't asked, so.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a
Just a joke, okay?
I have a question for Nick.
Yep.
What's your favorite Buffy episode?
I think that we should just kind of like not talk about Once More with Feeling, just because I think that's an episode in itself. Probably to watch, I think probably Hush, or the first one that I watched, and I'm like, oh my god, we have a really good show here. Was that they had done the Witch episode, and Sarah and Allie and I are watching it. And I'm like, oh my god, this could be kind of good, you know. So probably that, and then God, there's some. Yeah, I'm so adorable in the Zeppo. So, it's hard to pick. Which is your favorite?
Once More with Feeling.
Okay. Outside of that one, which is your favorite? See? See? Now go think about what you've done.
2 lessons for